The soul background. In 2042, our world has become almost the same as before. The same cities, the same dreams. We still hurry to work, argue about politics, watch series in the evenings. But there is one difference that changes the very essence of human existence. A technology that appeared in the media as another trendy gadget has now changed everything. 3 years ago, SoulBg was invented, the world's first personal emotional regulator. A compact device implanted under the skin, as inconspicuous as a mole. The system silently analyzes hormones, thoughts, reactions, and gently adjusts them, tuning the background of emotions to the desired level. Stress? Not a problem. Just click in the app, and anxiety disappears, worry dissolves. Joy, confidence, calmness whenever you want in the right proportion. Elena is an ordinary person, 29 years old. Average office, average salary. Yesterday she argued with her husband. Today she smiles at her boss. Her husband left a month ago. At first, Elena couldn't sleep for several nights. Anxiety, loneliness, resentment replaced each other. Then she remembered about the settings. Remove sadness completely? No, let a little remain for motivation. The rest balance out. Millions of city residents use SoulBg. Advertising banners promise happiness, literally one touch away. First, it seems like a miracle. People become more confident and calmer, but also a bit more boring. Deprived of unexpected passion, chaos, untamed joy, or inexplicable sadness. They don't argue, don't laugh hysterically, don't get angry without reason. Elena participates in life automatically, keeps her job, invisible resentments disappear, plans remain the same. She hardly cries, hardly misses anyone. In the evenings, on the city streets, less and less laughter or tears can be heard. Rare figures without SoulBg stand out. They might shout at a passerby, fall into hysterics, or drop a coffee cup. Others look with surprise, even fear. But gradually she notices. She's less happy to meet friends, not very excited about suddenly finding an old notebook. Even a victory at work doesn't seem to bring joy. Elena thinks, maybe it's fatigue, or has she become a boring old soul? One evening, for the first time in several months, she turns off SoulBg. A strict warning appears on the screen. Abrupt disconnection may lead to emotional instability. Allow? She presses yes. First nothing, then an instant release of feelings. Tears flow from her eyes for no reason. Her head swells with resentment, one memory after another, everything painfully vivid. She panics and launches SoulBg again, and after a few seconds, the familiar calmness returns. But now she can't help thinking, has she lost control of herself? Or has control over her been transferred to the algorithm? On forums, people share similar experiences. Return to normal life for a day, almost went crazy. Without SoulBg, I don't want anything. Everything hurts. I can't really laugh. The sadness is gone, but joy is somehow flat. I'm trying to fall in love, but I don't feel anything beyond neutral sympathy. Rare news appears. Someone committed an inexplicable act. A former comedian quit. A live broadcast of an emotional breakdown. An artist destroyed all his paintings. Elena decides not to turn on SoulBg for a week. Fluctuations, hysteria at work, tears on the subway, laughter in the evening with a friend, empty refrigerator, forgotten tasks, creative impulse. She unexpectedly starts drawing. By the end of the week, people meet her with strange glances. Colleagues whisper, maybe it's time for her to get checked. Soon a call from Human Resources, offering a free consultation on restoring bio-emotional balance. At the clinic session, she meets a man who is also trying to quit SoulBg. We no longer fall in love, we don't dream. We just don't suffer. But we don't really live either. They go to the park together. Children run around, not yet at the age when SoulBg is installed by default. One boy falls and starts crying desperately. For real. Adults around look anxiously. Isn't it time for parents to activate the device? Elena, for the first time in a long time, catches herself wanting to support someone else's child. Not automatically, genuinely, but soon harsh reality arrives. Colleagues distance themselves, friends stop supporting her antics, relatives advise to stop the dangerous experiment. The rebellion against the system turns out to be lonely and dangerous. She's invited for a conversation at the social policy department. Her choice between real, genuine feelings and artificial stability becomes increasingly difficult, as if even her brain is already breaking without external control. At some point, she gives up, turns on SoulBg again. That same circle under the skin blinks. An obedient smile appears on her face. She mechanically walks down the street. The city seems even quieter than before. Technologies often give us the illusion of freedom, but sometimes the hardest thing is to be a living, feeling human, with all your vulnerabilities, fears, joy, and sadness. When the main fear is not to suffer, but not to feel at all. Perhaps a future without pain is the most frightening of all possibilities.